Hmm.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Tuesday, training day for To Empower You team. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Paula, coming to you from Banks, Oregon, and I'm just excited about tonight because I want to be able to give you guys some great information. I'm just starting into another 10-day challenge with Fraser Brooks and how he's building on social media. And I think there's so much good for the team, even though you're not necessarily involved in the 10-day challenge. I think there's some great things to learn, not just from Fraser, but a lot of people in network marketing and business really are using these concepts to build and grow their list. And then also we want to talk about inviting, because I still hear that as kind of a struggle with people, like, how do I invite my friends? And now social media has changed so much. And I think it's really important for us to have some different thoughts on that. And so I just want to do some quick training on that, just to give you some tools to use as you're going about your day, as you're on social media, get your brain working. And of course, we'll have Q&A at the end, but if you have any questions, or you want to talk through a couple of people, on your friends list, or maybe in your family that you want to talk to about USANA, the opportunity, the products, the brand new active nutrition line that is out today, so exciting. Any of that, feel free to DM, text me, instant message, whatever. And then, we can talk through your specific conversations and how you want to approach those the best. So, all right, so I'm going to just share my screen quickly. And there we go. Can you all see oh, you probably would like me to start it on. There we go. All right, gotcha. Whoa, it seems really big to me. You guys see that okay?
Yeah, looks good.
It looks big to me. I can see it now. Okay, so tonight we're just going to focus on it, like growing your list, growing your contact list, but I'm just going to focus on social media right now, because I've found, especially coming through this last year and a half that we have, and it's really changed how business is done. It's changed how sales is done. It's changed how transactions are done. So much is through Zoom. Meetings are through Zoom. So much is done through texting, direct messaging on Facebook, Instagram, all of that stuff. We have all these different tools that we've had for a long time, but now they've really starting to showcase how they can help our businesses thrive. I have always been a phone person. You pick up the phone, you've got people to talk to, you've got someone you're going to, you have kind of lined out what you're going to say to this particular family member or friend, or maybe a business lead from an ad, however it is, and you're getting ready to talk on the phone. But you ring, then it goes to voicemail. Oh, the dinger, what do I say? Okay. And then, you get up, coulda, shoulda, woulda, wish I would have said this. Oh, I shouldn't have said it that way. First of all, we beat ourselves up way too much in this industry and as a whole. But what I love about shifting to texting, direct messaging, Facebook Messenger, is that it does a couple of things. One, it takes the pressure off, because you have a minute to really think about how you want to approach this particular person. Two, it's really short and sweet, right? Instagram and Facebook, we're just reaching out. It's a couple of sentences. We don't write out a big long paragraph. I mean, nobody wants to read that. And third, because it's short and it's a different approach, I find I can make 10 times the contacts via Facebook, Instant Messenger, these kind of messaging tools, versus being on the phone. Right there, I'm with one person. I'm trying to get my mind wrapped around. I might have a little script or some notes for every person, and we should do that. But when I'm able to go to text messaging, and you're just able to reach a lot of people more quickly. Another side benefit of it, I think, and I have found in a lot of people in the industry, especially this last year, is, when you're engaging with someone through text or through these different platforms in Messenger, it takes a little bit of the fear away. You can be a little more bold. You're not so hung up on how your voice says, or, and heaven forbid, you know, my voice even shakes to this day. I mean, I've been doing this for 26 years and I still have calls where my voice will get shaky, or now that I'm on Zoom. So that's another great thing that texting and DM instant messaging can all take away from you. So today we're going to talk a little bit about, that's why all of this today is just going to be focused through social media. We're going to talk about find ad messaging, how we can build and add and grow our contents, our contact list. We're also going to talk about building and connecting with people, because really that is still what we're here to do, is to build relationships and connect with people. We're not going out there sending a million messages. Hey, come look at my network marketing business. I have the best product in the world. It's got unicorn horns and black spiders from Indonesia and all this wonderful stuff that's going to make your life foreverly wonderful. The concepts are still the same. We're here to educate people and really be an ambassador, not only for USANA, but for the network marketing industry as a whole. So that really hasn't changed. It's just how we're going about it is a little bit different. And I'm really excited about it. I've been having some success with this process. And so I think it's really important to share with everybody. And again, feel free to message me, or if you have any questions about something specific. So find ad message is just exactly like it sounds. When you're on Facebook or when you're on Instagram, it would be find follow message. Okay, so Instagram is a little different, but if you're on Facebook, you're going to go in, and there's a lot of different ways you can do this. So if you think about your current contacts, Anna, Edna, the friends from high school, you know, you're commenting, you're engaging with them, you're building that relationship already. They're already in your list. Now we want to add more people to the list, because we know, and you know, they say it's a numbers game. Some people can take that or leave it, but you have to be talking to a lot of different people before someone will raise their hand and go, oh yeah, I'm really interested in that. Or, you know, I wasn't interested a few months ago, but now that you've said that, Paula, I'm struggling with this, that, or the other. You know, things change. And so it's always important to make sure we have more people to talk to. It'll make you more confident. And it will certainly grow your business a lot faster than trying to keep in your little pool of the same people all the time. So here's some ideas about how you FAM different types of people. Groups are one, and I love this because I am involved in an iFit group. I have an iFit program working out on my elliptical. I joined the group. They're talking about everything from their machines to wins. Woohoo, I did a marathon last week, or I ran my first 5K and all this other stuff. And so I'm in there engaging, but I will go in and let's say someone's just really going to encourage her, you know, and so they might be commenting on someone else's post and say, you know, great job, Sally. I might just, I'll go ahead and find them, you know, click on their name. So it'll come up where you can message them. And a lot of times it'll say add as a friend. So I'll add as a friend. And what's different about this is I'll message them at the same time. This is something that Fraser talks about a lot. Most people add a friend, and then they don't hear from them. But if you can add a friend and go, hey, saw your post on iFit. You are such an encourager. I love how you talk to Henry and encouraged him to keep pushing so he can achieve his 5K goal. Just thought it'd be fun to connect with you. How are you doing? You know, that's it. And then we let it go, let it ride. And I will try to do 10 of those a day. Just find ad message, find ad message. You can also go to your suggested friends. You know, Facebook puts them as suggested friends. A lot of times it's because you have mutual friends, or maybe they're also in entrepreneurs, you know, they might be using different hashtags. You can also, as I kind of mentioned on the commenters, if like an ad, like let's say you're in the mood to buy a Tesla, you're ready to buy a Tesla. And you can join a group about people who own Teslas and run through that same process again. But you can also, if there's an ad for a Tesla, a lot of times they'll have engagement on those ads, and you can go right into those comments and do the same process. Hey, Larry, I see that you're from Laredo, Texas. Do they have a Tesla? Thought it would be cool to connect. I'm looking for a Tesla too. Do they have a Tesla dealership in your area? You know, we always end with a question, always ending with a question. Connect. Why do you have a commonality? How did you find them? And then end with a question. How long have you been looking for Tesla? I see that you have a Tesla. What do you like best about it? This is the kind of conversation. So all of that is building that relationship where they want to know, like, and trust. People purchase, they buy stuff, they buy products from people that they know, like, and trust. They get into business with people who they know, like, and trust. And so that's what I would encourage you to do, is just start famming. Just start engaging with people. You're not going to ask them to look at your products now. You're not going to send them a huge thing from Dr. McNamara. You're not going to send them to your webpage and here's my favorite products. No, just find ad message, start getting into the groove of that, feel comfortable with it. It is so much fun. Once you kind of get into the rhythm of it, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So as we're building relationships, there's a couple of ways to do that. So, you end with the question, how are you? Oh, I'm great. Oh, I see that you're located in Vermont. I heard how's the lockdown going over there? And generally that engages the question. So they're going to be asking you the same thing. So where do you live? Location, occupation. What do you do? Has the lockdown affected you? Recreation. What do you do for fun out there? Dreams. This is one of Fraser's, is Lord, location, occupation, recreation, dreams. What are your dreams for the rest of 2021? We used to call this form family. Oh, how do you have a family, or how many people are there? Sometimes that can be sometimes that cannot fit every person. And so I think I like the Lord a little better. But again, same thing, occupation, recreation, and money. A lot of people are a little taboo to talk about money. So maybe you don't want to go there, but Lord is certainly something that you can do. And that just builds that engagement. One thing, and this doesn't necessarily have to be in every, you're not necessarily going to do this in one sitting. I should have put the 3-3-3 second. Chantel actually turned me onto this with something that she's learning, and it's go every day, find 3 people, and then you're going to comment on their, you're going to do 3 likes. Is that right, Chantel? 3 people, 3 likes, and then 3 comments for 3 days in a row. And so I've got Henry, Sally, and Edna, and I'm going to go and heart. They don't say like, if you're going to be helping the algorithms, as they say, use the heart emoji or something other than the like, because everyone can just click like, right? We want to be a little different. So use the heart emoji and then comment on their post, 3 of them. Do the same thing the next day and the same thing the next day, because that helps build that relationship. It shows that you're engaging with them. And I would also encourage you to do that to the people you fammed, if they've responded to you. And I'm going to go through this. I'm going to put all of these pieces together here at the end, but this is the thing. We're just getting ready to fam. We're getting going. There's another way to build relationships is liking, commenting on people's posts up on their profiles. And then you can always use the location, occupation, recreation, dreams as a way to start a conversation. You might just start with recreation. I also am involved with a kayak group. I love it. I've learned so much. I ask questions. And then it's not so weird when you reach out and go, hey, how are you? I thought it'd be cool to connect. I love that you're in Eugene. I'd love to kayak down there. You get the idea. Okay, so that is our growing our list part. So let's talk about inviting. So you've been famming these people, building a rapport, and there's different ways of doing this. I'm giving you kind of the high level. Some people will do the 3-3-3, and then they'll just, hey, have a good night. That'll be like their end message, or hey, hope you have a great weekend. And then the following Monday, that's when they'll ask the question. Okay, ATQ is ask the question, or they invite them to look at the thing, look at a video, look at a tool, and we'll talk about that in a second. But before you really get there, I really encourage you to think about your mindset. Okay, it's so, I know I get caught up in my own head. Oh, network marketing, there's still so much drama around that sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. First of all, get yourself emotionally detached from the outcome. It doesn't matter if they say yes or no. Your job is to offer the gift. Just ask the question. be yourself, and that actually comes through even in your writing style. I have some scripts. I'm going to have them available within the Facebook group for you to download. But I've even found, when I was first using them, I kind of cut and paste just so I could kind of get the feel of it, made it easy. But I found I'm starting to tweak them a little bit just to fit my style a little more. And that's okay. You want to be yourself. You want to bring some passion, get excited about this. Like, oh my gosh, people want to see people excited and they're attracted to that. They also want to see people who are being urgent. So once I start the ask the question process, I don't go off for 3 days about their kid's baseball game. I'm in there. I ask the question, hey, Sally, thought, you were talking last week about you are looking to lose some of that COVID-15. I believe might be able to help you with that. Are you open to looking at some information? Done. Next question, she responds or don't respond. I'm right in it, keeping on that track and being urgent about getting her some information as quickly as possible. And that goes to having a strong posture. It's kind of different, although writing style can give it away. But, when we're in person, people can pick up when you're kind of like apologetic, like, oh, I know you're busy. I'd just like you to look at this stuff. That can come through in your writing also. So have a strong posture. Hey, I got something you got to see. Totally different posture. Believe in your product, service, company, and the comp plan, the industry. And if you need help with that, please contact me. There's some things, we all have things that maybe we're weaker in that we want to learn more about, or we know we need to present stronger. That's another conversation, but by all means, we need to be able to have belief in what we're doing and what we're representing as an ambassador for USANA. And then have an abundant mindset. We're just putting it out there. There's plenty of people to talk to. There is plenty of money in the world. God has got amazing things for all of us. You're talking to one person who just blows you off or ghosts you. Ghosting is they never reply to your message, like crickets. That's okay. They could just be having a bad day. They might have gotten 50 messages that morning and yours just are at the bottom of the pile. They meant to get back to you and they couldn't. There's a million different reasons. Don't think about the outcome. Just do the thing. And remember, there's plenty of people to talk to. There's plenty of opportunity out there. And, we have an abundant mindset that we are building amazing businesses. We're touching a lot of people's lives. We're impacting them in positive ways. And so we just want to make sure that we're reaching out and sharing that with everybody. Okay. So then we get to the inviting, the ask the question part. One thing that I'm encouraging everyone to do, I wasn't always great about this in the beginning. And while I was fortunate to have people come on board, I've got great associates. I've got people that have been on the products for 26 years without missing a month. We all know that's about USANA. That's not about me. But one thing I know I could have done better was to use more third party. Because when we're talking and we're inviting people, whether it's to a one-on-one Zoom, which can be fun, and we've had success with that as well, but having that third-party tool is better for credibility. Especially it depends on who you're talking to, and that's depending on who your prospect is. If it's someone that, is super, super successful, already making a lot of money, or somebody that you look up to, a mentor perhaps, approaching them and inviting them to a tool or inviting them to look at USANA is going to be very different than maybe somebody you mentored when you were in corporate America, or maybe somebody that was on your youth group, and now they have grown up and have families. Those conversations are going to be a little different, but having that third person, party person or tool, it's so helpful. It not only takes you out of it, it allows them to really see the tools for what they are. It also brings a different energy, like an upline call or Zoom. So if I was inviting Chantel to look at this opportunity, I would plug her into someone in my upline to talk to her, introducing the company or telling their story. And stories are powerful. There might be a special event like we do the sip and scrubs or the wine and cheeses that we're going to be starting probably in July, August. And there'll be more about that information too. But those are just fun events. It's very non-threatening. They can come on board, tap into the Zoom and be able to engage with everybody else. It's fun. The sip and scrubs are all centered around Cell of Vive, so it's a little mask. Everybody's had a little beverage. It's fun. There's music playing. Totally not what most people would think about in network marketing, but that's a great way to introduce people to the product. There's also, live and recorded business presentations. The work from home. I've got a link. I'll put that in there too. Because they've USANA, well, I shouldn't say USANA, our mastermind group, you've heard me talk about it forever, has been recording work from home or work from anywhere presentations, where it's essentially the health and freedom presentation, a business presentation, all about USANA's business opportunity. And we have those recorded, so you could plug into them. Sometimes people aren't able to make a live event, but there are some recorded. There's groups and campaigns. There's the 5-day reset. There's 30-day detox groups. There's the healthy hangout, which I will show you in a minute. So because you're going to want to grab a pens and paper and write down the dates for this healthy hangout. And then other things like Ask the Scientist. I've had one gal, all kinds of information, very science level. I know the answer. I could talk to her ad nauseum about what she needs to say. That doesn't help. I'm on a Zoom with her. I pull her up the Ask the Scientist and I show her how to do it, or I'll send her the link. Hey, ask your question here, because she's getting directly for the scientist. And then that's more credibility for USANA as a company and also for me. Does that make sense? Great. Okay. So this is the healthy hangout. Our first four, there's 4 gals that have been just rocking, have been rocking their businesses with USANA throughout the pandemic, because they really shifted. They were having sip and scrubs, which again are those, the Cell of Vive focused fun evenings, if you will, with some education, a little fun, little call to action at the end. And then they also do the healthy hangout, which is more focused on, at that time it was reset. And now these are going to be focused on the new active nutrition line. So I encourage you, jot this information down. I will be posting this image in the Facebook page. And so you'll be able to click directly on that link on these dates. But I really encourage you, if at all possible, to just plug into one of these. They're a great group, lots of fun, and it's a great way to engage with your prospects without you doing all the work. That's what we let the tools do the work for us. It makes the business so much simpler, and it makes it a lot more fun in some areas. All right, so what about inviting? Oops, that was the last one. Yep. So now that we're inviting, we've gone through this conversation with, we've FAMmed, and, now we're ready to go back and ask the question, hey, Sally, you mentioned that you have really bad allergies. I've been using something for several years that I've really had success with. Are you open to taking a look? At that point, if they say yes, well, would you want to chat 10 minutes by phone? I would encourage you to get on with myself or your upline, your direct upline, and walk through a 10-minute chat. If that was the case, if it was product oriented, I would just ask them questions. What have you currently been using? What has been helping you? How has that been? Really getting more information. And then I would just send them some direct information. From the business standpoint, this is also, it's the same process with just a little bit of a different twist. Same thing. Are you open to take a look? You mentioned that you are really looking at some extra income because, the job hours are down and, you're looking for something on the side. Would you be open to taking a look what I'm doing? I'm super excited about it. Offer a compliment. I know you're great at service, or, I've enjoyed getting to know you. I think that this could really help, whatever it is. And then again, are you open to chatting by phone? Great. Yeah, yes, I would. I'd love to. Okay. At this point is where I would, I'm doing a discovery call, and I ask them, that's that 10-minute chat. And all it is you bring your upline on and we're asking them some more questions. you know, what are you looking for? What would you like to see? How much money is, what is your goal? You know, what goal is it going to be for you to really make this a realistic thing for you? And I just stepped through those few questions from Eric Worre's GoPro book. And that's been really helpful just to help dial them in, because really I use this 10-minute chat as if they're even interested in going and looking at the work from anywhere. Okay. It's 35 minutes. It's a lot of people on. Some people, I find it kind of maybe hits them wrong. Hey, yeah, you can jump on that 35-minute call with me. And that can be successful for some people, but I do offer this little 10-minute chat. Just want to chat with you to see if this is really something for you. And I think people appreciate that because they can kind of get a gist. On that 10-minute chat, I will play this. There's a 5-minute This Is USANA video that has been really great, is setting the tone for people. And then usually when they it's just a 5-minute, and I'll put that in the Facebook page too, so you guys can take a look at that. But it gives them just a little glimpse of USANA and really if they're ready for that next step. The only time I would not use that, and I would invite them directly to the 35-minute, is I've had a couple people responding to ads and go, wow, this looks great, Paula. You know, after I did my little discovery call, and then I'll just plug them right into the 35-minute work from anywhere. And those are happening every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific. So we have an active tool, and it's great to get people on something that's live. It's happening. It's not something that's just recorded. They can interact. They can get involved in the chat. They can ask questions. It's a phenomenal way of inviting. So that really is the process that we're using. When you're doing on the chat, and when you're booking for this 35-minute work from anywhere, something good to remember is I always offer 2 times. Hey, you know, yeah, great, you're able to get on. Would you be available on Wednesday at 7, or would Thursday at 7 be better for you? You know, we offer them 2 different options. Yeah, Wednesday, kids baseball on Wednesday. Thursday's great. Thursday at 7. Okay, great. I've got you down for Thursday at 7. I'm going to send you a text reminder in the morning or the night before to let you, this is a reminder. And then I will text you, you know, that morning, make sure we're still good. So I've got you down for 7 o'clock on Thursday evening. Look forward to talking with you. I hope you have a great evening. Boom. I'm not continuing to ask about the kids or what about that baseball game. I'll make a note of it so I can follow up later with that conversation. But all it is inviting is we want to make it short and sweet. We don't want to start diluting what our purpose is in there. And so I find given those 2 options, confirming it, tell them I'm sending a reminder, and saying goodbye has been very successful. So that is that part of the invite. So 2 things. I'm gonna share this with you because I find that it's very helpful. Oops. It's been very helpful in the process of FAMing and how this works. This information, sorry, let me share it first so you know what in the world I'm talking about. This is something that Fraser Brooks has put out, and let's see if I can find it. Why is that not coming up? Oh. All right. Nope. Are you guys seeing a little Pac-Man on there? Oh, you are. Great. Thank you. Okay. I appreciate you confirming that. For some reason, it's not showing on my screen like it normally does. So this is what Fraser would do. This is that FAM. He's the one that introduced us to you, introduced it. And I will put this on the Facebook as a file. I'm not going to walk you through it, but basically it's very simple. What am I looking for? Flowchart. Thank you. Flowchart for find, add message. You know, then if they get a reply or if they don't, how do you re-engage them again? You know, Lord is when we're building that relationship, or we go direct, like, hey, just curious, you're in the iFit Warriors group, and, you know, would you be interested in hearing what I've been using for a quicker recovery? Something like that. If they're not interested, you know, it just kind of walks you through all of that. And we have scripts. Again, you can tailor these to what fits you. And if you have questions about how to do that, please, by all means, give me a text and we'll set something up. But it really just walks you through that whole process of inviting and getting them to a tool, which of course would be the discovery call and or the 35-minute work from anywheres. All right. And then, so that will be posted in the group. And then the other thing, oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Are you still seeing my screen? And it's a big grid. Oh, I'm learning something new today. I appreciate your feedback. So one thing about FAMing and inviting and tracking, you have to track who you're talking to. It's so important. So this is just one of many. I will post this as well. This comes from our Diamond Mastermind group. And what it is if you can see my cursor, as you're FAMing people, you're just going to put hashtags in here. You know, I FAMmed 10 today. You know, hashtag cross, you know, five more hashtags, you know, we go across the way, boom, got my 10 done. The people who respond back, hey, Paula, thanks for reaching out. I'll put their name in there. Sally from the iFit Warriors, Henry from the kayak group, you know, whatever it is. And then those are the people where, you know, again, you could lord them, or you might just go direct and go, hey, so glad to connect with you on iFit. Man, it's been great for me. Would you be interested in looking at, you know, invite them to whatever, whether it's product or business, you know, you can kind of go from there. But there is, and I didn't really cover this M1, because we do so much of this on our phones, and that's probably another training session, but a great is just putting shortcuts in your phone. So M1 might be the invite message. Like I started to say, hey, you know, you mentioned last time that you're concerned about, you know, paying for your kids' tuition now that we're all going back and about. Would you be interested in open to getting some information on how you can monetize social media? You know, whatever. And there's a lot of different scripts like that, but basically this M1 is everything goes through your phone. And so this tracking sheet just walks you through so that you're making sure that you're on point with them. And that's just one thing I honestly struggle with, is that consistency of like, I fam, and it's all fun. And then I'm like, no, you gotta, you no more than 24 to 48 hours. And then you're back connecting and asking the question, inviting, so that you can really be growing your business and growing your leads list and your contacts quickly. Okay, so I'll send out the tracker and the little flow chart, and then we'll have the work from anywhere link, as well as the healthy, what was it? Healthy Hangout. There we go. The Healthy Hangout. All that those links and information will be in the Facebook page. So, woo, 8:32. Do you guys have any questions? Are there any questions about what we talked about, or anything that's going on with your businesses that you want to talk tonight? No. Okay.
Just some good information you gave. I will say that.
A little different. Chantel, is that a question, or you're waving goodbye?
So did you say you have this, like, some scripts for messaging people?
Yes, I have a ton. I'll put those in the file under, I think it's under media, under files, so it'll be uploaded in the Facebook page.
Cool.
There's several of them, but you know, people can take them. Maybe we'll talk about those further next time. And that's another question I have for you guys is there something, you know, knowing where you're at in your businesses and where things are at currently, is there anything specific that you feel you'd like to have training on? Is there some topics? I have several in mind, but you know, if I can get a vibe, I don't want to.
I can't think of any right now.
Okay, since I have acquired this cat, I knew it needed some health care, and So I have been giving it probiotics, just a little smidgen in the milk. And it seems to have helped calm her down, and her bathroom issues have gotten a lot better. And so I have also ordered the Body Rocks vitamins for 2-year-olds and so on.
Oh,
And-
yes, Esonomals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the Body Rocks, the Eusonomals, yeah. And so my intention with them is take a little shredder and shred like 1/4 of a one, because you can see she's not very big. And mix that with her food once a day at least to just amp her up.
Okay, that's good to know. We'll have to keep us posted on how that goes.
Hopefully it doesn't end
Yeah.
up a mess in your house.
Yeah.
What's that?
Hopefully it doesn't end up a mess in your house.
I still didn't catch it all, Chantel.
I said, I hope it doesn't end up a big mess in your house.
Well, she, I don't think she was a feral cat. I think she had some good training before. She's just way too domestic to been a feral cat, I think. And I mean, she's poo box trained already, and
Good.
she understands no and down and come on, let's eat. And so she's very good, but she just she had some setbacks, and I think maybe it was her stomach. And by gosh, giving her those little bit of probiotics every day really helps straighten her out.
Good. Good. Well, thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Keep us posted on how that goes for sure.
And she says, yeah, they taste pretty good.
Okay, so I will not be doing a training on June 22nd. I thought I could fit that in, but I will be traveling and I think it's just going to be too crazy. So the next Tuesday training is going to fall on the 29th of June, which is a Tuesday. And I think we're going to be talking about whoop, 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 whoop. So stay tuned. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me tonight. I hope you found the information helpful. Keep posted on Facebook to look for the information we talked about, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
All right,
Good.
thanks.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.